Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Ecliptic Spiritualist channel. It is Happy New Moon in Leo today. It is August the 18th, 2020. I hope you gotten a chance. If you haven't, the new moon in Leo ritual and intentions are up. The video is up, so please take your time. If you didn't get notifications from YouTube, it is up here on the channel. Go on and click it and watch it. Also, the written version of the ritual is also up on the website at https://eclipticspiritualist7.com. The written version of the ritual, we're doing sigil magic and protective ritual with this new moon. So go to the website to see that part in writing, and it has an attachment to it with a cosmic meditation to go along with that. Also, we pretty much, if you haven't started today or added in today, today is the last day to add into the new moon in Leo altar visual with setting your intentions with this dynamic, confident, the great influencer new moon energy that will bring in your manifestations over the course of the next 6 months, January 18, 2020, or in February the 18th, 2020. So let's get into today's divine guidance reading. Okay, so our card for today, is the Ten of Cups in reverse, and our clarifier card is the King of Pentacles in reverse as well. So what is the divine and source spirit guide saying to us about this particular day, about the reading? Now keep in mind, this may or may not resonate with you. You may journal it. I always suggest to see how the week flows together and connect along with the astrological forecast that will be up today on the website. And I will talk a little bit about how important it is, what's going on in the planets, and how it has an influence as well. Okay, so it may not resonate with you, but if you journal, you'll see it all line up together. So with this Ten of Cups in reverse here, pay close attention to the conversation that these persons or a manager, someone in business, something's related to that with business matters. The words that are coming out their mouth is not exactly matching with what they're trying to say. Okay, and it doesn't mean that it's something negative about what they're saying. And sometimes it's just that people have a hard time communicating what they're trying to say, and then maybe what you're hearing, it may not be the exact same. Okay, it may not be. Sometimes people have a hard time with conveying communication. Is a very trying area with people, and even if it's managers, co-workers, or even people in relationship with you, sometimes they'll do one thing and say another, and they give mixed messages with their communication and with their actions. Okay, but with this King of Pentacles that is in reverse as our clarifier, there's more to worry about far as the bottom line. There's a bottom line, basically what they're trying to say, and it's tying into the bottom line is tying into some investments or money that is getting a miscommunication in the conversations. Okay, so what the King of Pentacles is saying is that clarifying what is going on is related to money and investments. Also, it could be related to wages or salary, but it is dealing with investments. Okay, so a couple of ways to understand a little bit of some hacks on how people communicate is paying attention to their appearance. Some techniques about reading people. Okay, the art of reading. Because sometimes people say one thing, mean another. Sometimes they're afraid to say something. It's all kind of twists and turns in communication. So there's some techniques I like to share with the divine and source and spirit guides with saying and wanted me to share about some techniques. Okay, so you want to also make sure that pay attention to the appearance of a person, especially in this particular situation and situations altogether. We're reading body language. When we're reading that, sometimes People, when they're having conversations, pay attention to their appearance. Sometimes they're wearing a power suit or they're well dressed. It gives you an indication of ambition, when people are talking to you. You can see that part about reading between the lines of what people are saying. Sometimes jeans and t-shirts indicate comfort. It may be casual. Sometimes in our work environment, especially right now, we're working from home. A lot of us are working from home, or you're working in environments where they've made it more conducive for you to go back to work. It may be more relaxed, but you still have to watch the appearance in that. One of the things that Buddha said is a pendant that I came across that Buddha said was indicating spiritual values. So you want to pay attention to appearance because it does tie into their value system and how they'll communicate. Notice their posture when people are talking to you as well. Watch for physical movement when people are talking, like learning and distance. Observe when people lean in, and generally is when they lean in towards you, will like to move away from them. Sometimes people don't. When they're leaning in, they're really trying to say something to you real important most of the time. Crossed arms and legs means defensiveness, anger, self-protection. Hiding one's hands. When people place their hands in their lap or pocket or put them behind their backs, it suggests that they are hiding something. One of the sayings that I always like to say is, throw a rock and hide your hands. That's like a little cliche that I've heard my grandmother and my mom always say, you throw a rock and hide your hands. That means you dropping a bomb my way and you're like, I didn't do it. It means you're hiding something. So you'll hear cliches say, oh, they threw a rock and hide their hand. Or don't throw a rock and hide your hand. You need to say what it is or stop hiding. Lip biting or cuticle picking, it means that it may be soothing to them. And sometimes people that are under pressure, they feel a little awkward, so they tend to do that. Interpretation of your facial expressions are very important. Sometimes people clench their jaws, and some people just have a resting face. Okay, some of you know what that cliche is, resting. You know what face? Some people have no expression. It's the same, like, and you can't read them, so you don't know if with that resting face, what they're saying. They have no emotions. Sometimes people have deep emotions in their face. They overthink a lot, so they have a lot of worry lines. Or clenching their jaws, it means their tension. But pay attention to that. Also, when people are communicating to you and you really want to know what's going on, those that are working with their sacred, working as a magical practitioner or working in a sacred space, you can always join us on Today is Sacred 2020 on our Patreon account, where we work with our sacred energy, our sacred space. You want to work with listening to your intuition. You can tune into someone beyond their body languages and their words. Intuition is what your gut feels, not what your head says. Okay, not what your head says. So it's intuition with your gut and not what your head says. It's nonverbal emotion to perceive or convey an image and the ahas that come through. Okay, honoring your gut feeling is very important, magical practitioners. Feeling the goosebumps that come through, the intuitiveness that come through. Pay attention to flashes or insight that may come through a conversation. Watch your intuitive empathy. And sometimes you can feel people's physical symptoms and emotions in your body, which is intense. It's a form of empathy. Some of us here that are strong empaths. So I will be offering a spray that helps a lot of empaths. I deal with a lot of people that are empaths. They're very sympathetic to things, and they help you guard your aura on that. That's coming up in the fall. So when you're reading people, notice them about their upsetness or anything like that. Just pay attention to their emotions and their energy. Okay, so those are some tidbits that the divine and source of spirit guides wanted me to lean in and tell you. And also leaning into your intuition when you're communicating. And don't ignore it, unless you choose you want to ignore it and not really get the truth. And that's a whole nother topic, but a lot of people do that. And they got the truth, but they choose to ignore. So today on Tuesday, the new moon is coming in at 26 degrees of Leo. There's new opportunities beginning, new newness, new creative projects that you go to the video and watch, especially for the first 48 hours after a new moon. Go on and set your goals. I like to set it with the sliver. So go on and start setting it for your future. If you follow me often, you always know that I talk about these phases a lot. So the new moon is beginning our monthly cycle, but also a cycle that lasts us for the next 3 years. So keep in mind, this cycle will be for the next 3 years. It is so important to work with them intentionally as often as possible with these new moon and full moon and lunar cycles overall, but the full moon and the new moon cycle. Okay, it's very important. Using this energy with this new moon sign, this is the month of Leo. So it's very important you'll get your creative juices flowing and start planning now. If you would like help, make sure that you're joining our Patreon account. Today is Sacred 2020 with help with setting intentions and manifestations. You can also join our Ultra Visual with setting your intentions. I help boost your manifestations to bring those forth with the 6 months. It's not about your money, your body, your energy is your currency. But sometimes you need to tie your energy with other people so that you can bring forth that you want to come out into your life with manifestation. Okay? It's not spell work. Visuals are not. They are what? Setting intentions to bring about manifestations. Okay. Also, the visual, the new moon and Leo ritual and intentions are what? Bringing about what it is you want to bring forth in your life, with setting and doing all the work with that, and also taking the downtime to cleanse your aura and reset yourself for the new cycle. And this is a new cycle for the next 3 years. So it's important to dig deep and set up your projects. Am I included? Yes, I am. I will be working my magic for me, along with working the visuals for you as well tonight and over the next 48 to 3 day cycle, which is, 48 to 3 days coming in. Okay. And saying that, I love you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe the videos. Okay. If you go on ahead, you like it, hit the like button, hit the notification button, and hit the subscription button, and it will take you to the next level of your life joining this channel. Okay. We are on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We offer intuitive readings that will change your life, along with offering spell work, offering metaphysical supplies on our website. We do offer classes on Zoom every second and fourth every second and fourth Wednesday of the month. We'll be starting back up next week, so get ready for that. We're starting back up our Flowers in the Attic book club, so we're getting ready to power up and knock down the rest of this astrological year. So why don't you join in and get it in with us and get ready with this awakening new order that is coming in and the age of Aquarius, but most importantly, the awakening and the new world order. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.